Hello everybody, welcome to a new series of tutorials on Blue Mangoo, the multi-band compressor. I have a number of free codes to give away, so as always, if you are interested, please just send an email to soundformore@gmail.com and I will enter you in the competition to have a chance to win one of the codes. Remember, you need to be a subscriber to gain access to the competition. There are lots of people which are now requesting to enter the competition, and so good luck to everybody. I'll ask everybody to leave a comment in on the YouTube video if they want, so that they can use also the right name instead of their email address, so they can choose their preferences in terms of how they communicate their win. So let's kick off. I'm not going to bother you with the setup of the different channels, etc. In AUM, but I'm going to give you a quick preview and then we delve into the multi-band compressor. So we have two audio channels. On the first one we have ISIN, and I've loaded the source strings preset. This is what it sounds like. Of course, I've connected the keyboard, and we have here a compressor which has been connected as an effect. So let's open it. So first of all, what you see here is a very neat interface. At the moment we have two bands, and you can see we have a blue one and this orange color as well. You can activate it clicking on the button like so. So you can have them on and off, and you can also solo them as well. You can add up to 4 bands like so, and you can remove also the bands clicking on the X mark. You can also change the position in terms of frequency, clicking on the handle and moving it like so. And as you can see on the left hand side, you see the frequency here that changes. Okay, so let's set it to off in terms of sidechain, because you can actually have sidechain enabled as well, which is really cool. So let's go to only one band. So in this mode with sidechain, it works very much as a normal compressor, and you have the classic controls here. You have your input gain, you can set the attack and release, so in terms of how quickly the sound will move up or down in the release. You can set the output gain, so, and below here you have the typical compressor settings, so your thresholds, your near ratio, and wet mix as well. So I will, if requested, I will also do another tutorial where I demonstrate each control in detail. But for this first video, let's play a chord underneath here and on the keyboard, and then I'll show you how this changes in terms of threshold. So as you can see, very much a traditional compressor, where the amount of compression is exercised by the threshold, of course, and also the ratio settings. And of course the characteristic are set on the knee and the track release, etc, etc. Now what you see here on the screen as well is a waveform. The top one is the output signal, and of course the bottom one is the compressed signal. Where it gets very interesting is of course when you have sidechain on. So let's put single band on, and let's set the threshold a little bit higher like so. And to have this working, what you need to do, let's remove this for now. You need to have a source, like in this case I used the DG key in another channel, and I put a simple pattern like so for every bit. Let's activate this and play. So you just hear a bass drum. I don't really need it as a sound, so I actually remove the headphones so you don't hear it. But what you can do is add in the effects, again the multi-band compressor instance, but not as a normal audio unit extension. Just go through the multi-bus audio unit instance and select the multi-band compressor through here. In this way, what you have is sidechain source taken from that DG keys and coming through the compressor. And if we click play now, you can see here where I'm highlighting with the mouse that the bar goes up at the rhythm that is playing on digi keys. Okay, now let's play a chord again, and you can hear that pumping sound. Of course, you can change the threshold and therefore the amount of compression that you want to do based on the sidechain input coming from channel number 2. Of course, it gets very fun when you use more than one bands like so, because you can determine, if you click on the different bands, you can decide to change parameter based on the different frequencies that the bands are selected to apply compression for. So let's have a bit more fun. In this way, I actually change up the threshold for the orange band, the higher band, and I left the threshold lower for the lower band. So when I move the handle, you can hear the difference, of course. Not so much bumping effect here, because practically I moved the lower band so low that there's not much compression on the real shape of the input form. While instead, if I move it right to the right side, and I have more of the blue waveform covering the right frequency, I have that pumping sound, because the compression will act as a sidechain compression waveform based on the input from digi keys. Okay, the other thing to notice is that you have a selection of single band and also full spectrum. If you use single band, then the compression is relative to that band which is selected in terms of side change input. If you use full spectrum, instead it will use the entire full spectrum of frequency. And what you will find is that when you move to full spectrum, the sound will be lower, because it compresses for the entire spectrum of frequency, not for the bands that you selected. So let's try to see if I can give you a sense of what it sounds like. You can hear the sound here is mellower compared to here. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this short introduction to multi-band compressor from Blue Mangoo. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.